Hello everyone and welcome back to LewisNews, your number one YouTube channel for all types of Spider-Man news, the place where you get all the latest Spider-Man news concisely and quickly. And today's news, we've got something very, very big to talk about in relation to Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the highly anticipated sequel to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, it's not good news, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. If you've been following the channel, you'll know that I mentioned yesterday that we've got some big Beyond the Spider-Verse news to cover today, and it's not good. It really is not good. So if you guys do know, obviously, the writer's strike and the actor's strikes are happening at the moment, and deals have not been made with actors and with writers in terms of coming to agreements with pay, hours, and just everything like that. They are fighting for better working hours and pay. They don't want AI to take over their jobs. They're fighting for a lot of good causes at the moment. And obviously studios and the unions and everyone is going to have to come to a deal to make good progress when it comes to working in Hollywood. And obviously these writer strikes and the actor strikes are affecting many films in the industry, including Venom 3. They affected Daredevil Born Again, which was meant to be filming in New York this year, and it's been affecting a bunch of other films outside of the superhero genre as well. But another film that apparently is being affected by the strikes is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Now, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse already was put under threat for its release date in March next year because we had rumors that Haley Steinfeld hadn't even recorded lines for the film yet. We also had lead animators for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse say that they've only done test footage for Beyond the Spider-Verse. They have barely animated anything for the movie, and basically be saying it would be a miracle if the film would to make his release date next year in March. And then we had the official Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Twitter account take the release date for Beyond the Spider-Verse out of their bio. So everything was indicating towards Beyond the Spider-Verse being delayed. Well, we now have confirmation that the movie will be delayed indefinitely, meaning it does not have a release date, and they are not planning to announce a release date until everything gets back on track. Now, the official word on the delay isn't that they haven't animated anything for the film. There is no trouble behind the scenes. Essentially, the official word for the delay is because of the actors' strikes, meaning that actors like Haley Steinfeld, who haven't actually recorded their lines for the movie yet, can't actually record their lines because of the actors' strikes. That is the official word on the movie's delay at the moment. There is nothing suggesting that, oh, they haven't actually animated anything, even though lead animators have come out and spoke about how they have barely done anything for the movie. But I think they're probably using the actors' strike as an excuse to delay the film, which, I mean, I guess, I don't know why they wouldn't just say, oh, we've barely made the film, like, it's not coming out. But they are delaying it because they don't have any lines for it yet, and obviously the actors can't record their lines for the film because of the strikes. And the way that strikes work in general, just for anything, is that you would have a union that essentially has a bunch of people that work in that industry in that union, and essentially the union would make sure that studios and basically whoever the employers are giving fair hours, are giving fair pay, and are essentially treating their employees right, because there are a bunch of industries that basically treat their employees like basically trash, right? They don't give them fair pay, they don't give them fair hours, they don't give them fair holidays and stuff like that. So unions are in place to make sure that employees can get fair pay, fair hours, fair everything, right? So when a union goes on strike, everyone a part of that union has to abide by the union. That's essentially the bare bones of a way that a union works, and that goes for anything, any industry, but the way that it applies to Hollywood and the way that it applies to actors and writers is that basically actors aren't allowed to act in anything, and that's physically or obviously voice acting wise as well. And the way that it works for writers is that studios are allowed to go ahead and produce any movie from any writer that has written anything, but the writer isn't actually allowed to make changes to the script. They're not allowed to do rewrites. They're not allowed to add in any new scenes. They're not allowed to change any scenes. They have to go by the book, what they have written down already. And this applies for improvisation as well, because that is technically a form of writing. So it's very complicated. It goes very deep. There are a few more details, obviously, that I've missed out. It would take ages to explain all the little nitty-gritty things that come along with the strikes, but the bare bones of it is actors can't act, writers can't write. That's pretty much it, and that works for unions across the world, anywhere in any industry. And that's what's basically affecting all these movies, including Beyond the Spider-Verse now, even though it more than likely was going to get delayed anyway. But the official word is now, it is delayed, And one of those reasons is because of the strikes. We don't really know when it will actually come out. We don't really have a projected release date for the film yet. But obviously, we'll get a little bit more knowledge as to when the film will come out, when the actors and the writers do get deals done. We'll get a better understanding of when films will start to come out, including Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. But I'm not going to lie, I don't expect it to come out for 3-4 years now. I'm just going to be honest. But either way, make sure to stay subscribed because we cover everything on this channel from the games and movies and the shows when it comes to Spider-Man. And if you want to stay in the loop with everything Spider-Man, this is the channel for you. So stay subscribed, or if you're not already, then make sure to subscribe. Like this video because that really helps me out. And tell me in the comment section down below, what do you think about the strikes and what do you think about Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse being indefinitely delayed? Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Take care and peace.